Hi everybody, it's Win. Hey guys, it's Daniel. Hi, it's Kim. Hello everyone, it is Lido. Hello everyone, it's Ed. Hi everybody, it's Kit. And welcome to another video by the Entropy System. Hi everybody, it's Kim, and you are watching another video by the Entropy System. This, we weren't sure about making a video on this, but it is a new experience with integration, or fusion, as it's properly called, that we've never experienced before. So, as we continue to learn about ourselves, so too shall you learn about us. So we have had two significant changes recently in our system. The first being that Dr. Jessica Mann, the alter that started out not, thinking she was our therapist and then finding out that she was an alter and who just kind of was like by herself for a really long time, chilling, doing her own thing, she opted to fuse into the system. And my wording there may sound peculiar, but there's a reason for it. I'll get back to that. The other significant change is that another Little has surfaced. Little from the past has surfaced. Her name is Abigail. She is 3. She is a little bit of an enigma, that one. And I'll tell you about her also in this video. But let's dive in with Jessica and why that I think that her fusion was so much different than anything we've experienced in the past, and what led up to sort of our group decision about fusion and her decision about fusion. In 2019, we had two significant fusions. We had Todd fusing with Michelle and Josh fusing with Karen. In addition to that, a lot of our friends who are systems, who have YouTube channels, have been experiencing fusions or integrations as well. If you're confused about the difference between those words, we're kind of using them interchangeably. Officially, integration is simply like the breaking down of walls between the alters so that there's, lowering of memory barriers and lost time and things like that. Fusion is like the actual conglomeration of one or more, or of two or more alters. The topic of fusion has been on our brain lately. Kit has kind of thought about, since we don't necessarily need a hypersocial emotional protector anymore, should she stick around? Is it better for the system if she does? Lido, who doesn't really interact, with the system much and doesn't come out much, has kind of wondered if he should make that choice, if that'd be better for the system, to lower numbers, or, if that would add to functionality, or if he should stay the way he is. There's just kind of like, what do we do? What's the expectation? How are we supposed to handle stuff like this? Because there's no guidebook for this stuff. Even with, reading professional articles and stuff, individual lives are always going to be a thing. So what may work for one system may not work for us. So it's just kind of a conversation we've been having. And Karen came out one day to talk to Andrew. He's very, very good at listening to her when she's worried. And, she's just talking about how she was worried that someone would choose to fuse with her against her will. The way that Todd did with Michelle. Todd just went up and decided it was time and fused with Michelle, and she got all of his memories and some of his behavioral traits, and she was startled by that. She wasn't prepared at all. And Karen explained that she really likes who she is right now. She doesn't want to change, and she was nervous that that would happen, since this is something that we've all sort of kind of been talking about in the headspace. Andrew kind of calmed her down and, is like, surely that there's something that in the system that we can make sure that nobody's going to do anything without your permission. And that night Jacob came to her and told her he gave her like this, he called it like an anti-fusion bubble. So that absolutely, even on accident, nobody could fuse with her and change who she was unless she gave express permission beforehand. And that, made her feel a ton better. And I thought it was cool that Jacob could do that. So that's kind of where things were at. Karen expressed that she didn't want to change, and we all kind of echoed that sentiment of, yeah, we don't really want to fundamentally change either. So let's just not. Let's just be who we are. We're functional as we are with the numbers that we have. It's okay. Then Abigail shows up. Not that this interrupted functionality, but Abigail shows up. She fronts, and she's just this happy, very calm girl who just wants to be noticed, kind of. She doesn't seem to hold trauma at all. She is just very, very happy, and only has happy memories, and that's very cool. I'm glad for her, and I'm glad that she, you know, she's not carrying any pain, and this also probably means that we don't have to go through more memory processing, because that's, ooh, don't like doing that. About the same time that she comes out, Daniel and I started behaving really weird too. Not on purpose, but like we just both kind of were more bubbly, more energetic, we're a little happier, a little more talkative. We're like, oh, this is weird. Okay. And then, you know, a little bit more time passes, and Jacob kind of taps Wynn on the shoulder, says, hey, just so you know, a little bit ago, Jessica integrated with the system. This was weird for a couple reasons. Normally, when an alter fuses, there's like a sadness. There's a mourning that comes. Okay, are you gonna sit with me or are you gonna not sit with me? Normally, when an alter fuses, there's a sadness that kind of ripples over all of us, like we've lost something. And there was no sadness. That ripple of mourning just didn't happen. And I don't know if that's because she's newer or if because she, you know, lived separate from us, you know, in her own little part of the headspace. That's a great question. I have no idea. But that just wasn't there. Also, she kind of, we all got a little bit of Jessica when she fused. She didn't fuse with one of us. She just kind of like turned into, I don't know, glitter and sprinkled all over everybody. Wynn has been more of a morning person since that happened. Daniel and I have been, like I said, more social, more, I don't want to say uppity because that's the wrong word, but more like cheerful. So none of us really changed fundamentally. We just kind of like, I don't know, all got like a little bit of a mood boost, which that works, you know. I'm glad that that's what she chose to do. In the inner world, we have full days now. It used to be night because night was our comfort time, but now we have full 24-hour day-night system in the headspace. This goes against everything that I thought was possible, like what infusions were. I always thought it was like 1 + 1 equals 1, you know, and you mish, sometimes it creates a totally new like person with a new name and a new appearance. Sometimes it's like one of them remains dominant and just like major personality, sometimes appearance changes happen. But with Jessica, it was just like she melted into all of us, and we all basically stayed the same, except like we got little tiny tweaks here and there. It's just, I guess, you know, we just keep learning new stuff. Keep learning new stuff about how the brain works. Just a tiny bit more about Abigail, just so like you guys can know the wildness that's going on in our head as we learn about it. She has sort of expanded the inner world past what Ed and Oz have control over. The place where we live in our brain together is a city. And one of the main streets in that city now goes into a forested, like changes from a paved street to like a foresty, naturey place with lots of trees, and we don't go there. We can't go there. It's just like a world end wall for us, like if it was a video game. But Abigail lives there. She lives in the woods, and Ed and Oz don't know what's in the woods. They have control over the whole city. They designed it. They keep it running, but they can't reach that. So what does that mean for us? Does Abigail live there on her own? Are there more alters who just have not surfaced yet? There's no way to know until we know. Yeah, that's about it for me. I want to go ahead and thank Lily and all of our patrons for supporting this channel and helping us do what we do on a weekly basis. The newest thing that we got from the funding that our patrons give us is a lighting setup. We have got a really nice ring light. So there's no natural light today, but you notice that I'm not all covered in shadows and you can actually see me. Not having to rely on good weather to film videos is pretty great. Also, we wanted to remind you that the Entitled to Life conference is coming up in November and early bird pricing ends at the end of January. So you guys better look at those links in the description below so you can decide if that's something you want to do. Tickets start at $20. That's right. If you aren't able to travel and you just want to get an e-ticket to the Zoom stream of the conference, you super can, and it's only 20 bucks. We also have VIP tickets remaining if you do want to travel to San Francisco and meet the Entropy System, whoever happens to be out that day, in person. You can also meet Multiplicity and me, Dissociated, Team Pinata, Labyrinth System, and Fragmented Psyche. Those are going to be our co-speakers. And it's kind of like a dream come true. I never imagined anything like this could ever happen, and it is. And I'm so excited, and I can't wait to meet all of you there. Oh my God. I hope everyone has a great day, and remember that you are loved, you are valuable, and you are valid. Take care. Bye!